Most men live under a powerful illusion that convinces them they must impress women with external things: money, appearance, charm. But what if I told you that the true source of attraction lies much deeper inside? The psychological landscape women themselves don't even fully understand. Yes, women like men are moved by subconscious desires, emotional patterns, and hidden triggers that they can't always explain or control. But here's the catch: most men have no idea how to identify or leverage these feminine vulnerabilities. So they operate blind, guessing, hoping, trying too hard, never realizing the raw power they hold. If they just understood what actually pulls a woman in. Today, we're diving into 10 hidden female psychological weaknesses, the subconscious pressure points that, when approached with clarity and masculine composure, will change how you interact with women forever. Let's decode what really draws her in. Women are emotional beings, but that doesn't make them unstable. It makes them intuitive, relational, and highly responsive to emotional environments. The first hidden weakness most men overlook is a woman's deep need for emotional stability in her partner. Not excitement, not intensity, stability. When a man is calm in the face of chaos, steady when emotions spike, and composed when problems arise, it creates a sense of safety that bypasses her logic and speaks directly to her core. That emotional certainty is irresistible. The mistake most men make? Reacting too quickly, becoming moody, relying on the woman to calm them down. The moment she feels like she has to manage your emotions, you flip the polarity. Now she's the grounded one, and you've become emotionally fragile. That dynamic? It kills attraction instantly. The solution: become the calm within her storm. When she cries, you don't panic. When she complains, you don't get defensive. When life throws chaos at you, you respond with controlled masculinity. The man who offers emotional certainty is like a lighthouse in her stormy sea. She may not understand why she's drawn to him, but she'll never want to drift too far from that calm. It's one of the oldest truths in human behavior: we value what we can't easily have. Scarcity increases perceived value. Women are no exception. This is why the guy who's constantly texting, complimenting, and chasing ends up in the friend zone. He's too available, too predictable. There's no edge, no thrill, no mystery. Here's her subconscious weakness. She wants to close the gap with the man who isn't all the way hers. That emotional distance activates the primal chase instinct. Now let's be clear, this isn't about playing childish games. It's about having a life, purpose, and presence that doesn't revolve around her. It's about revealing yourself in layers, not all at once. Make her wonder what you're doing. Make her earn access to your world. Make yourself the prize, and she'll start to see you that way. Too many men hand over their soul in the first 3 days. Don't. Let her feel like she's discovering you, not owning you. That hunger to know more, that's what keeps her invested. There's a reason why leaders, warriors, and kings are remembered before they even speak. It's their presence. Before you say a word, before she knows your job or hobbies, she feels your energy. That's presence. A deep, grounded voice is only part of it. It signals dominance, stability, and high testosterone subconsciously. But presence is what shakes her core. It's the way you walk into a room, the way you take your time when you speak, the way you move with intention, not nervousness. A man with presence is unhurried. He's not fidgeting. He's not looking for approval. He's calm, measured, certain. That's the man she can't look away from. Because he's not just attractive, he's compelling. Start here, speak slower. Make silence your ally. Make eye contact without apology. Walk and move like your time matters. When you refine your presence, you'll find yourself drawing attention from women without even trying. Because presence is power, and power always attracts. Want to trigger a woman's deepest emotional response? Leave, not out of spite. Not as a trick, but because you know your worth and you won't settle for less. Here's the truth: loss intensifies value. The average man panics when a woman pulls away. He starts texting more, apologizing, trying to win her back. But in doing so, he communicates weakness. I need you more than you need me. This is the death of attraction. Now contrast that with the man who walks away calmly, confidently when he's disrespected, overlooked or undervalued. That man, he flips her emotional world upside down. She realizes I can lose him. That possibility activates a primal response because we all chase what we fear might slip away. The rule is simple: be willing to walk away and you'll rarely have to. You know what women find intoxicating? A man on a mission. A man who wakes up with direction. A man who doesn't sit around waiting for texts. A man who prioritizes legacy over lust. Most guys put women on a pedestal. They revolve their schedule, energy, and happiness around her presence. That's not romantic, it's weak. Women don't want to be your world. They want to orbit a man whose world is already solid, already in motion. Purpose is the ultimate aphrodisiac. Whether it's building a business, mastering a skill, or becoming your strongest self, when you pursue something greater than her, you become a gravitational force. And here's the twist. The more deeply you pursue your mission, the more she wants to be part of it. Here's one of the most misunderstood dynamics in male-female connection: vulnerability. Too much vulnerability too soon. She sees you as needy, none at all. She sees you as cold. The balance lies in controlled vulnerability. Yes, let her in, but gradually, thoughtfully. From a place of strength, not emotional desperation. Share your challenges only after you've processed them. Speak about your past without bitterness. Reveal your fears, but never let them define you. A man who cries over spilled emotions is not the same as a man who's willing to show his depth. Women are captivated by strength that bleeds humanity, not weakness that seeks rescue. Your emotions should be like the ocean, deep, powerful, calm. She can feel the undercurrent, but she doesn't fear drowning in it. Newsflash: she will test you, not because she's cruel, not because she's manipulative, but because she needs to feel your strength, not just hear you talk about it. She may challenge your opinions. She might act distant to see your reaction. She'll create little waves to see if you remain steady. These are instinctive filters, sure. Subconscious testing your emotional resilience. Most men fail. They become reactive, defensive, insecure. But a high-value man? He smiles, he stays composed, he doesn't flinch. She pulls back, he lets her. She argues, he listens, responds, not reacts. Every test is a mirror. Will you stay grounded or crumble? She's not testing for drama, she's testing for strength. Rejection is every man's fear. But here's the paradox. The men who are unbothered by rejection become the most attractive. Because rejection doesn't define them. She turns you down, you smile, you nod, you say, "No worries, your loss," and you walk away without flinching. That's power. Women are weak for men who don't chase validation. When rejection bounces off you, it sends one message: I know who I am. You don't need to agree. And here's what usually happens: that indifference, that coolness, it creates curiosity. She starts thinking about you more, not less. If she knows everything about you, the game is over. Women crave emotional stimulation. They want to feel curious, excited, uncertain. When you reveal all your feelings, over-explain your thoughts, and rush intimacy, you rob her of the thrill. Instead, be intentional with your revelations. Text at your own rhythm, not hers. Speak your truth, but don't spill your whole heart in one sitting. Mystery is not about deception, it's about pacing. When she's guessing, she's investing. Here's the ultimate: the man who controls his desires controls everything. Most men are ruled by lust, by fantasy, by validation cravings. They chase. They settle. They abandon their standards just to feel wanted. But the rare man who can say no to easy pleasure has untouchable. He doesn't beg, he doesn't chase, he chooses. That level of control, that ability to delay gratification, maintain focus, and prioritize growth over instant gratification. Women feel it, they sense it, and they respect it deeply. Because the man who can walk away from temptation is the man who can lead. Final thoughts: master her psychology by mastering yourself. Women aren't puzzles to be solved. They're emotional beings to be understood, not manipulated, but recognized. The truth is, women are irresistibly drawn to men who master themselves. Men who offer emotional stability, know their worth, can walk away at any moment, carry silent presence, live for purpose, not pleasure. This is not about tricks, it's not about tactics. It's about power through self-possession. If you build that inner world calm, clear, and unwavering, she won't just want you, shall feel a magnetic pull she can't explain. That's the edge. That's the Stoic edge. If this opened your eyes, make sure you subscribe for more deep masculine wisdom and real psychological insight into attraction, power, and presence. Until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, and never chase.